Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. Very good afternoon to you, wherever you are on the globe, on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, in Canada, Australia, or right here in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, very good afternoon to you. This very beautiful hot afternoon. Sunday afternoon. Yes, indeed. We are in Sunday and it is afternoon. Welcome back. I believe you are back from church. And that is why I'm coming your way to present to you all I know about your club, Chelsea Football Club. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. Yesterday was a beautiful evening for Chelsea fraternity. We won at Leicester, 2 goals. Straight away. 2 goals we scored, 2-1, it ended. How are you feeling? Chelsea fans, right now we still are in 3rd position. And as a matter of fact, Arsenal are closely behind us with goal difference. Yes, they are also having the same point as Chelsea. Brighton, similar thing. Yes. 22 points Brighton, 22 points Arsenal, 22 points Chelsea. All played 12 games each. But the difference is the goals. Number of goals we scored and number of goals we conceded. Ladies and gentlemen, but you see, Liverpool are on top right now as we speak with 28 points. 28 points Liverpool. Man City, 23 points. But there is something that came to my mind this afternoon. Those 4 points Chelsea dropped against Crystal Palace and Forest. Those 4 points Chelsea dropped against Crystal Palace and Nottingham Forest. You can imagine if we hadn't lost those games, if Chelsea was to win against Crystal Palace and Nottingham Forest, those 4 points plus the 22 points we have right now, that would have been 26 points. Means that the gap between Chelsea and Liverpool would have just been 2 points. And it's not just that. There were some other games that, if my memory serves me right, we considered cheaply. There are some games that we could have won, like some of those penalties, cheaply. Some of the goals which were avoidable, you can imagine. Means that we are doing something right. Enzo Maresca and his lads are doing something right. You see, like Nottingham Forest, for instance, it can be understandable. But what about Crystal Palace? And even Manchester United? Even Manchester United. Yes, even Manchester United. You see, the 6-point swing, even losing against Liverpool. Chelsea considered some cheap goals that we could have been maybe even top of the league right now. I am telling you. But it is Premier League, we know. Right now as we speak, our next games, which I'll show you pretty soon, our next 10 games in this league, between now and the end of January, we have about 10 games to play. Our next game is against Aston Villa. I'll get to that. But hey, guys, give credit to my man, Nicholas Jackson. Credit to him. He's worked at his game. Jackson actually worked at his game. He is, give him credit. And also the club. The club also really deserves credit for the patient. Enzo Maresca deserves credit for the patient for him. And look, Jackson, he's going to be a center forward of a caliber that Chelsea actually needs. He's improving, and in this season, with the number of goals and his all-round play in this season, it's wonderful. He's had a handful all the time. Really impressive work rate. Seeing the goal he scored, go back and play that video over and over. Go back and play the video, the goal Jackson scored yesterday, where he started fighting for the ball with Enzo Fernandez. As a matter of fact, the ball even almost left him. The Leicester City defender was ahead. He still raised and met with the defender, got the ball, got it through to Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez returned the pass and the struck. The shot from him. Go back and watch. I watched it more than 20 times. I took my time. I relaxed. I'm like, let me replay this video over and over. This young man, Jackson, is another breed of striker. He is. Give him the credit. Last season, by this time, most of you guys were underrating him. So, that is not what we need. Oh, Jackson is this season. Oh yes, 7 goals, 3 assists so far. 7 goals, 3 assists so far. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, before I continue, Chelsea's next 10 Premier League fixtures. Our next game next weekend is home against Aston Villa. Aston Villa. Then we have Southampton. Then the next is Tottenham, Brentford, Everton, Fulham, Ipswich, Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, Wolves. Wolves game is on 20th of January. Yeah, 20th of January is Wolves game. Dear friend, all these games are winnable. These games, Chelsea should be able to win them hands down. All things being equal. The only game that I'm a bit skeptical about right now is Tottenham. Not even Aston Villa. You know why? Aston Villa has a game this midweek against Juventus. Aston Villa has a game this weekend against Juventus. Yes. And because they have a game against Juventus this midweek in a Champions League, they might not be able with full strength meet Chelsea. I think the game is on Sunday, right? I believe so. Aston Villa might not be able to meet Chelsea with full strength after meeting Juventus midweek on Champions League. Do you get my point there? So I believe that with the Aston Villa game, we will have advantage. After all, it's home as well. We have advantage. Moreover, we are going to be making use of our B team in quotes during our conference league play. Yeah, we also have a conference league to play on Thursday. So Chelsea has advantage meeting Aston Villa next Sunday. Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me move on. This Chelsea title charge you are about to witness, it will kick start on Sunday against Aston Villa. Our title challenge, our title charge to win the title will kick start this coming weekend against Aston Villa. It is now, I am more than hopeful that Chelsea can challenge for the title. Forget about what people are saying. It is possible. The game we play against Leicester, the tactics, the formation, and what Enzo Maresca did, it's unexpected. It was unexpected. Dear friends, it is something which we need to applaud. The only difficulty I had in our games against Leicester, dear friend, let me point it out quickly in a minute. Our goalkeeper, sometimes he scares me. The game will be ongoing beautifully. The game was ongoing beautifully when I was watching Chelsea play. Everything was going on beautifully, pretty much good. Then when the ball gets to the goalkeeper, I get scared. The hell get, my heart. I just feel like Robert Sanchez always puts me under unnecessary pressure whenever the ball gets close to him. Honestly, he puts me under unnecessary pressure whenever the ball gets to that area. Because I cannot trust his next move. I can't. Either he's going to give away a penalty or you make a wrong pass. God. That is the only challenge right now in this Chelsea setup. But hey, we are moving on. And you see, Enzo Maresca did one thing that I observed in a game yesterday. We played a game 3-1-5-1 formation. 3-1-5-1. 3-1-5-1 formation. You can imagine. We were like, we attack like a bulldozer. I would say a bulldozer, like a bee. Bees attacking, how do you call it? Oh yes. The only challenge, we attack and in possession, and we create attacking overloads. We create attacking overloads in the final third. Look, Maresca got balls. This guy got balls. We attack with 5. Look, I only hope we don't try this against big teams because they can take advantage. I mean, what we did against Leicester, I just hope that we don't try it against big teams because otherwise, if they get us on counter, look, it's too dangerous, man. Maresca, it is too dangerous. We play against Leicester 3-1-5-1. Jackson up front, then the rest 5 behind. Like bees, we are attacking like bees attack. Enemy. It's too dangerous. Maresca, this guy got balls. So. But again, what I love most about Maresca is versatility. Yes, his versatility. When you think you have seen it all from him, he does something crazy. When you think you've seen it all from him, he does something crazy. And it works. It works. And it all boils down to the caliber of talent. The talent we have at his disposal. He can choose to do anything. Any player he fits in, once he's able to place that player in that squad, in that team, that it has to work. Because most of the players are versatile. But the guy has balls, honestly. Well, ladies and gentlemen, look at this guy on your screen right now. This guy has to humble himself. He is the one to humble himself. I remembered when Ellen Haaland looked Mikel Arteta, the head coach of Arsenal, in the face and told him, humble yourself. A player telling the head coach of Arsenal to humble himself just because they won against Arsenal. You have not seen anything. You just started your career. Look at Mikel Arteta telling you to humble himself. You, Haaland, humble yourself. 4-0. He could not even score 1. In the last 4 games, how many goals did Haaland score? He scored only 2 in the last 4 games for Man City. Somebody should look him now in the face and tell him to humble himself. This is Premier League. You came into the Premier League and you got players around you that provide, that supply you balls in rightful positions. You were scoring goals left and right last 2 seasons. Only this season, 1 or 2 players injured and you have gone. You are finished. Humble yourself, Haaland. Humble yourself. Well, I'll get back to City again. Yes, in a few minutes. But you see, Aston Villa at home is like a cup final. Chelsea must win that game. Let me remind you again. Villa at home on Sunday is like a cup final. And if we are serious that we should have an easy win against Villa, if Chelsea are serious and we are hoping to have an easy win against Villa, then we will have to pray and hope they have a tough game against Juventus on Sunday. If they have a tough game against Juventus on Sunday, Chelsea will have an easy game. I mean, on Wednesday, it will be easy for Chelsea. But in any case, we are prepared. Are we going to let another top, but because it was quiet? Are we going to let another top, but because it was quiet? Wesley Fofana performance slide. You see, Fofana, I have not been speaking much about this guy. West came out from injury. A whole of last season, he never touched football. He is actually the player that I was scared most that this season he might not be able to be performing well. Maybe he will come after 1 month, you go back to the medical room. The next 3 games you'll be missing it out. I was not expecting that from Rhys James because this guy was out the entire season last year. Listen, I will not be part of those who let this guy, be going every game on notice. Wesley Fofana performance was excellent. His ball carrying is such an asset to this team. carrying us up the pitch when we need it and creating overloads via his carrying. He's passing faster. His rate of passing the ball is so fast. There were moments where in previous games, he would have delayed the pass, but he played it quicker this time around. Training with Maresca and training have lots of the balls is clearly showing. It's clearly showing. He's really having a good form, playing consistently. Wesley Fofana, this time around, I'm watching you. My eyes are on you. This guy, the whole of last season, he never touched football. For him to start performing this way this season, all credit must be given to him for the hard work. And our head coach, Maresca. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, big shout out to you guys all out there. Ibrahim Shola, my brother Ibrahim Shola. I appreciate your company. Happy Sunday to you, to my brother, wherever you are, and big shout out to you. Yes, Steve Molenbeek says, hi, Salon. Here a question for you. That can you ask Enzo Maresca also, what is the best position for this guy called Lavia? Because anytime he been played in a game, there's always a problem. If we don't concede a goal, a good defensive play, please stop using him, whether from the bench or whether let Maresca, Saido and Enzo Fernandez, Jericho theologian Steve Anderson Mohenberg, thanks, let God Almighty be your walking stick. Amen and amen. Well, the reality of the matter is that Lavia on a good day performs. He is a great, defensive midfielder. Great defensive, physically, he's young. He's younger than Maresca Saido, but his physicality, the work rate, he works like a bulldog. He partners well with Casaido when it comes to the double pivot. But when he plays with Casaido, what we lack is creativity in the midfield. He is not that creative like Enzo Fernandez. And that is why most of us we kept talking about Enzo playing that number 10 role. Because we are lacking creativity in the final third. If you remember yesterday, Enzo Maresca made it very clear that he wants Enzo Fernandez to be arriving in the final third. That's arriving in the box of the opposition. In so doing, he can score goal or he can give an accurate pass for the striker to score. And Enzo Fernandez did that yesterday. But that was why he got an assist for Nicola Jackson. And that was why he himself was able to score. Because he arrived in the final third. But Lavia doesn't arrive in the final third. Lavia is more like a double pivot together with. And that will depend on the opposition we are meeting. Dear friend, all right. Big shout out to you, my dear friend. Big shout out to you, my theologian in Jericho. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You guess who that one is? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Why even care either? Well, she is my daughter. She's my daughter. Somehow, I don't want problem. I really care. Nobody cares. The London is blue once again. Enzo is an amazing player. Big shout out to you. Nobody cares. My only daughter, Michaela. Elon. Esenam. Esenam. Nobody cares. The only daughter. Big shout out to you. Big shout out to you. All right. Fabian Bright said, our coach is unpredictable, but thank God for the 3 points by God's grace. This our fixture, we are going to lose anyone Easton. We go draw with the match. I hope my club Chelsea FC is going the right direction. My name is Fabian Bright. We've not drawn, we won the game actually. Yeah, I think this message came before the game was played yesterday. Big shout out to you, my brother Fabian Bright. Right. Steve Mohammed against the Salon Blog. Hi, I'm Steven Mohammed, watching you live from Jericho, Liberia, theologian. Here is a question for you to ask Maresca. Is Romeo Lavia forced to play Chelsea game? I think I've already answered you there. Yes, the theologian in Jericho. Big shout out to you. Madueke must be sold. Coming from Johannes. Madueke must be sold, right? The goal have actually been 3 goals yesterday. He was a ball clearer. He cleared ball from the line for Leicester yesterday. Anyway, You see, Maresca is one of those players that we still need to keep on a good day. Like yesterday, 1v1, he was top notch. 1v1, Leicester could not stand him. Yeah, 1 versus 1 situation, Maresca is top notch. Trust me. I watched him play yesterday. The only challenge was that he missed the opportunity to score, and the one that he cleared mistakenly. And that you cannot blame him for that. All right. Big shout out to you guys all out there. Jane Morgan says, you don't mention Cucurella. My goodness, don't worry. I'll come. You see, I'll mention the players one by one. So tomorrow on my next episode, definitely Cucurella is in it. My Cucurella, yes, definitely the next episode. I'm coming gradually. All the players, I'll be getting through to them. So I'll mention Cucurella, okay, my dear friend. Big shout out to you out there. Chris Williams says, Maresca must explain to us what he saw in Madueke's body. Like I said, sometimes we need the player that can take the opposition on 1v1. Big shout out to Chris Williams. Frederick Amabe says, I pray for James to get better. I really miss him. Jackson is not good enough. Now Jackson has proved you, people like you wrong. This message came before the game. So now come back and tell me if Jackson is good enough or not. Frederick Amabe, come back and tell me if Jackson is good enough or not. The goal you saw yesterday that Jackson scored. I want to see you. I want to hear from you in the next comment section. Yes, Frederick Amabe from Biafra State, Nigeria. All right. Pastor Solomon says, if this coach accepted that we concede goals, it means something wrong somewhere. Why other coaches did not say that? My prayer for him is that he should not look for trouble from the fans. Why? All these messages came before the game yesterday. Now, most of you guys, I believe, will be having a change of mind. Yes, we have a change of mind. But quickly, before I go, let me leave these ones for the next one because my time is up. Dear friends, I'll see you all in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.